This video is a follow-up for our previous video titled Introduction to Nur Ilahi. You can watch it now before continue watching this video, or you watch it later after this. It's all up to you. Okay then, let's begin. In the beginning, there was only the infinite empty space, the light of the heavens and the earth. Quran Surah Nur verse 35, that encompasses all things. Quran Surah Fussilat verse 54. This infinite empty space, also known as Nur Ilahi, is the origin of the creation of everything. Truly, Allah created the Nur Muhammad from his own Nur, and from it, he created everything else. Hadith narrated by Abdur Razak. From this infinite empty space or Nur Ilahi, Allah created the soul of Adam, while from Nur Muhammad, Allah created the body of Adam. Remember, the soil of heaven was created from Nur Muhammad, which is originated from Nur Ilahi, according to the Hadith. Has there not come upon man a period of time when he was not a thing spoken of? Quran Surah Al-Insan verse 1. The empty space or Nur Ilahi is the embodiment of when he was not a thing spoken of in the aforementioned verse. It refers to Nur Ilahi as the material to created the soul of Adam. And when I have proportioned him, Quran Surah Hijr verse 29. It refers to Nur Muhammad as the material to created the body of Adam. From the unspoken of came the creation of Adam. Even since Adam's body was created, the empty space still exists within Adam's body, as it did before it was created. The empty space encompasses from the outside and wraps from within Adam's body. The empty space encompasses from the outside. The empty space wraps from within, and when Allah said, "And breathed into it of my created soul," at that moment, the empty space that wraps from within became embedded within the body as the soul. Thus, the body became alive and able to move freely in the world. So now, pay attention. The empty space that encompasses Adam's body from the outside is called Nur Ilahi. But when Allah breathed the empty space within Adam's body and embedded it as the soul of the body, then the Quran calls it by a new term, which is Ruh. More specifically, it is called Ruhul Qudus, or the Holy Spirit, as you will. The empty space encompasses from the outside. We call it Nur Ilahi. The empty space wraps from within. We call it Ruh. But keep this in mind, that the empty space encompasses from the outside, or Nur Ilahi, and the empty space wraps from within, or Ruh, are not separated at all and not a different entity at all. The Nur Ilahi and the Ruh are the same one unity, but only differ in name when we talk about the soul of Adam's body. Get it? The soul of Adam is made from Nur Ilahi, the Holy Spirit. That is why Allah commanded the angels and jinns, including Iblis, to prostrate before Adam, as there is a divine quality within Adam. Only the creature called human, Adam and his descendants, have their souls made from Nur Ilahi, while the souls and bodies altogether of other creatures are made of Nur Muhammad. That is why humans, in essence, are not creatures of servitude, but creatures of divinity. That is why humans are given the title of Khalifa on earth. From the union of the soul and the body, the nafs or ego, which is the sense of self, arises in the body. The nafs, ego, sense of self, is what binds the ruh and the jasad, soul and body, together until death. The nafs acts as the glue that binds the soul and body together until death. Therefore, the nafs is what makes humans feel that they exist. However, it is important to note that the soul is the true source of life and vitality within a human being. The nafs acts as the intermediary that binds the soul and body together until death, allowing the soul to animate and express itself through the body. Therefore, while the nafs plays an important role in our human experience, it is ultimately the soul that makes us alive. To understand the process of death, One simply needs to reverse the process of Adam's creation. The dalil or basis of testimony for both painful and painless deaths is equally sahih or valid. Of course, everyone desires the latter, a painless death, a painless sakaratul maut. Is there any knowledge that can lead to Husnul Khatimah? Well, if there is dalil, then there must also be a way to practice it. The way to achieve a beautiful ending or Husnul Khatimah lies within the main ritual of Islam, which is performing the 5 daily prayers or fard salah. The secret to a Husnul Khatimah lies in simultaneously unifying the 3 rukuns or 3 pillars of salah prayer, which are 1. Rukun fi'li, body movements in salah, 2. Rukun qawli, recitations in salah, and 3. Rukun kolbi, heartfelt concentration in salah. Remember the last words of the Prophet before he passed away. My ummah, salah, salah, salah. That is why it is said that prayer is training for death. Getting used to do salah by perfecting the physical, verbal, and spiritual pillars is intended to achieve Husnul Khatimah, a painless death. This will allow one to return the soul to its rightful place when the time comes. Why then do you not restore it, if you are truthful? Quran Surah Al-Waqiah, verse 83, 86. If someone did not follow the principles of the Sharia during their lifetime, is it still possible for their soul to return to its rightful place? Will one attain Husnul Khatimah? Will the Sakaratul Maut be painless? Will death feel like a ni'matullah, a blessing from Allah? Sharpen your mind with thinking, not with a grinding stone. Sheikh Undang Sirad. If a boxer never trains, when he fights he is either guaranteed to win or guaranteed to be knocked out. Mandatory performance of the 3 pillars in salah is the path to achieving a beautiful end. Indeed, it is also the basis for the practice of experiencing tajalli, divine revelations. This is the journey of self-discovery and knowing God. Whoever knows himself knows his Lord. Manarofa nafsahu fakodarofa robahu. It is also the journey of dying before death. Mutu kobla anta mutu. The journey of inalillahi before death. Thus we conclude the topic of the secret of Husnul Khatimah. Further explanation on how to gain Husnul Khatimah in practical steps, we'll send it to you on the next video on this channel. Insha'Allah. We hope it is beneficial. Peace be upon you. Wassalamun alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.